Every hip hop group has a voice. Some have a star, but every once in a while a group has a heartbeat. For the Lost Boys, that heartbeat was Freaky Tah. He wasn't the lead rapper. He wasn't chasing the spotlight. But when you heard that voice, you felt it. This is the story of Freaky Tah, the energy behind the movement, the voice of Queen Streets, and the loss that changed the Lost Boys forever. Long before Platinum Records, Tahliq Raymond Rogers and Terrence Kelly, also known as Freaky Tah and Mr. Cheeks, were young boys on the streets of Jamaica, Queens, spitting bars and battling in local ciphers. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, during what people would call the Park Jam era, the pair, along with friends, formed a street crew called the Lost Boys, freestyling on playground corners, basketball courts, and block parties all over Queens. That early bond, built on funk, flavor, and raw spit, would later become the backbone of a legendary hip-hop group. With Pretty Lou and DJ Spigg Nice joining the ranks, the Lost Boys evolved from a street crew into a recording act. Their debut single, Lifestyles of the Rich and Shameless, broke onto the Billboard charts and earned them a deal with Uptown Universal Records. While Mr. Cheeks handled most of the verses, Freaky Tah's hype man energy, his ad-libs, crowd participation, humor, and presence became a signature part of the Lost Boys sound that fans loved. Hits like Jeeps, Lex Coupes, Beamers, and Benz, Music Makes Me High, and Renee all carried that infectious energy that Tah brought from the parks into the studio. Tahliq wasn't just background hype. He helped define the personality of the Lost Boys. Friends and collaborators remember him as energetic and charismatic, fun yet grounded in street authenticity, and he had a presence that made the recordings and live shows feel alive. While he didn't always take the mic for verses, his voice and persona helped shape the group's chemistry. On March 28, 1999, after leaving a friend's party in Queens, Tahliq was fatally unalive in a case of mistaken identity, a tragic end that sent shockwaves throughout hip-hop. He was only 27 years of age, placing him among artists who died at that age under tragic circumstances. His death didn't just end a life, it changed the trajectory of Lost Boys as a group. After Tahliq's passing, the remaining Lost Boys finished their album LB for Life, but it lacked the heart and chemistry of their earlier work. Mr. Cheeks went on a launch to a solo career while the group's momentum faded, but the music and memories remained. Tahliq wasn't just a performer, he was a father. Freaky Tah is survived by 3 children, including his oldest son, who goes by the name of Freaky Ka. Tahliq Rogers, known professionally as Freaky Ka, carries on his father's legacy. He has worked with Mr. Cheeks in a revived version of the Lost Boys, honoring his dad's sound and spirit in contemporary hip-hop. Freaky Tah's legacy isn't measured in platinum plaques or solo awards, it's in the energy and community he inspired. A voice that lifted tracks, a presence that made live shows unforgettable, a legacy passed on to the next generation through his son. Even decades later, fans and artists still celebrate his contribution to hip-hop culture. Freaky Tah didn't just hype songs, he helped make them resonate. His voice still echoes in every Lost Boys classic. His energy still lives in the parks, the playlists, and in the next generation through Freaky Ka. That's the legacy of Tahliq Freaky Tah Raymond Rogers. A powerful presence gone too soon, but never forgotten.